this was when you said it wasn't off the record and it's highly secret, it's highly classified, it's highly confidential. I shouldn't even be showing this, but look here, look here, look here.
Right.
You know all this. So why don't you just shut your fucking mouths?
Right. I mean, what is it? 10 words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh God, it's just so thick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 words.
10 words.
The 10 words that will most likely be the downfall of Trump are the very words that he uttered from his mouth. As president, I could have declassified.
Which means you didn't.
As president.
The whole situation about Kash Patel talking about how you guys were in the Oval Office and that you were declassifying these documents, and that, you know what, all you got to do is think about it. Because here's the same argument, right? The same argument can be said about, let's say that Donald Trump pardoned a bunch of people, right? But he never told anyone. And then after the fact, something happens and he goes, oh, well, actually, when I was in office, I pardoned this person. And they're like, okay, well, do you have it written down, dated? Do you have it like fucking notarized? Like what? And he's like, oh, well, no, I thought about it. I thought about pardoning this person. So
thought about it.
And it's like, well, no, that doesn't work that way. You can't do that. And you can't just make up this thing retroactively to say, oh, you know what? I was on the shitter at 3 a.m. in the morning, rage tweeting, and I thought in my mind, it would be really good if I pardoned that person or I declassified
this document.
None of that shit happened.
That's not how it works.
And the idea, because there's also this argument too, which is like, does
That's
Trump
not
have
how this works.
right?
Declassification is so that other people and methods and sources can be
trial
insured for later use.
Being charged for some crime, right? But that would assume that he would have to know the crime that he was being charged for, right? Now, you could argue maybe Jan 6, right? But even then, the constitutional law says that you can't pardon something that you've been impeached for. So technically, he couldn't pardon himself for Jan 6. But even on the documents, he would have to know what he was pardoning himself for. He couldn't just do like a Matt Gaetz special, which is, I want to be pardoned for all crimes of all existence of humanity from when I was born to up until this point right now, right? Like, there's a reason why all of these people are freaking out.
Right.
It's because they know they're wrong. They've lost complete control of the narrative. Last night, I was in a fucking Twitter space with Mario and Seth Gorka. Seth Gorka and that one guy, Doc, were fucking losing it. I thought Doc was going to have an aneurysm. Seb Gorka was like, I've got 57 minutes until my next show on Newsmax, and I need you to tell me why I am wrong about this. And it's like, they seem to think that there's this way the law works where you can just like fucking jump over a grand jury, and the president then just streamlines it over to Merrick Garland. And their theory right now is that Joe Biden is politically persecuting Donald Trump. And so he has Jack Smith and Merrick Garland and a grand jury, but none of those things matter because Joe Biden is the one who's pulling the strings again.
Joe Biden.
Again, with this whole idea that you've got people on the right, Seb Gorka, who still believe the election was stolen, right?
Joe Biden.
And also the idea that it's all rigged. It's all rigged against him, right? All these right-wing lunatics are saying that Joe Biden is this mastermind, but he's also this incompetent fool, right?
old man who's falling all over the place and can't do anything.
There were some people that were...
You can't have it both ways. You just can't.
Not him. It's all us and this motherfucker. When he's on top, it's I, me, I know everything. I know the best people. I'm in everything. The minute he gets fucking one taste of FAFO, it's we, us, we, us. They're coming after me because they want to me.
Right.
You know,
Thank
they're
you.
attacking me because they really want to attack you, us.
Everybody's starting to see it.
Got us blocked.
And he blocked me.
You fucking little bitch, Seb. You know who we are. You know why we come at you, and you don't fucking like it because you're a pansy. You little fucking. You think you're some kind of big man, and you're not. You're just not, you little puss. Now, what the funny part
there
is he was
no
like,
bribery accusations.
You're
just
this
spewing
last name
bullshit. What is wrong with
Sanchez.
Fox?
I was like, dude, just call him a Mexican.
Yeah,
just
just
do
come
it.
on.
No, because
Just
they
call-
know
I
they're
mean,
spewing
I was
bullshit.
Like, wow, he just called.
And I
he
don't
just called Gabe a
understand why
Mexican.
they
I'm like,
just
Jesus
lost
Christ,
$1 billion. They're going to continue to spew just utter fucking bullshit.
Name Sanchez.
And the reason you know,
and then
forgive
the
me,
great part.
the reason you fucking know it's utter bullshit. Unlike Donald fucking Trump, there are people who actually give their entire fucking lives to the goddamn fucking government.
And then he tried to bring up some like
Yeah.
and I cut him off.
Their entire fucking lives. You know, like military fucking families.
And I was like,
Personal tag on who?
yeah. And so it's like,
People that work for the FBI,
We're talking about.
the Secret Service, the Treasury Department. Their entire working fucking lives.
Personal attack.
Like my uncle,
some pro-life person was
who've given their entire lives to teaching underprivileged and
whoever.
disadvantaged and disabled children their entire lives.
Because he freaked out and was like, what are you talking about?
So much of their life is in public
What's going on? How this non-sequitur?
that you can't do shit without it appearing. You know, because when you're a senator or a congressman and then you become president and almost every single thing you do as far as your taxes go is public and has been public for at least 10 to 15 years, really is hard to hide that shit.
Pictures are not supposed to have on their.
It's really, really hard to hide that shit. I'm sorry. That's my problem. Is Fox? You're full of shit. You know you're full of shit, and you're only doing this for one reason: Zinc Heil, baby, Zinc Heil to cut to Trump.
In 2020,
Why?
things that happened in those 2 years, you know, especially
Why? I will come back to it. Dumb white boys will be dumb white boys, and we'll do the white supremacy. Boom, boom, boom. White supremacy. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
voter
But this is what it's going to be.
right? You've got
This is what it's going to be.
Pennsylvania who murdered his
He
wife.
said the highest consequence
Fun times.
of voter fraud ever is in the villages in Florida, and none of it was against Trump. All of it
Right.
was for Trump.
Right.
And you've got, and I
And
was
he's
like,
like,
then you-
I see the whataboutism. Oh, you
Yeah.
just
they love to talk about whataboutism. When I'm like,
Right.
you guys play that game all the time.
Right.
So,
But I'm not playing whataboutism when I literally say you made a claim against Democrats having widespread voter fraud and rigging the election.
Right.
I'm explaining to you that there is no actual proof of
You have
any
no
of these
proof
Democrats
whatsoever,
pressing
just like your-
widespread numbers to overturn an election
Right.
with millions of voters. And I'm going to show you examples of Republican right-leaning people who either voted multiple times, murdered their spouse, and then voted on their behalf.
Thank you.
So please
Oh
tell
my
me how
Every
that's
single one of the cases
So
you
Nat
do
Girl
realize,
73
except
on
for
YouTube. I love
one.
hearing about
One.
these spaces, these Twitter spaces.
And
were-
that one
And what's
was really
great
fucked
about
up,
it
if you
is
understand
that, like,
what it was. But
sometimes it's both
all
of
these
us on
cases
stage,
that were
sometimes I'm on stage,
the
sometimes
fraud
you're on
cases
stage,
were actually
waiting to
Republicans
speak.
voting for
And a lot of
Trump
times
over
he
and
gave,
over
like,
again.
messaging
Or
text
illegally.
messaging back and forth in the background. Like, oh,
It's
this
true.
dumb fuck. What an idiot.
There's proof
Get
of
up on
these things
stage,
because they
say
got
this.
indicted.
Like we're just in the background.
They went
Like,
to
these dumb
jail.
Oh yeah,
motherfuckers.
I mean
what a
we're
stupid
we
argument.
are absolutely
Some of them
scheming in the back.
not long
Someone's
enough.
Up will say, yeah, definitely.
You know,
make
there's
sure to
something
bring
about
this up.
white
for
people
sure.
that
And anytime
that
we
jail
do,
thing
they
just
always
does not
freak
go
out
well
and
for
they get so
them.
flustered, like, oh,
or it just
these-
doesn't go
these
at all for
immature
them
people
because,
don't
you know,
This-
I've got to go.
our
to
entire
the-
justice
Whoever
system
this
needs
is
to
with
be
the last
revamped, but
name,
that's another story.
Sanchez. He called you a Mexican. That's awesome.
Again,
by
the
way.
number one problem with our justice system is not so much that it's bad. It is bad, but it's that it's underfunded. It's that it's funded in a way to make sure that it's a piece of shit. It's funded in a way to make sure justice for all is bullshit. It's justice for those who can pay to get your case timed just right. And that's what it is.
Idea where we're headed towards rising wages and lowering unemployment, moving manufacturing jobs back to the United States, eliminating long supply chains.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He
like
didn't.
China,
No. He didn't do any of that bullshit. He never talked about that bullshit in that way. So why are you doing an impression as if he's done that?
Productivity of the American people is the predicate on which we have value as a country.
That's one thing we
Nope.
maybe we should find a way to.
Sorry.
Right. I mean, if we learned anything from Tucker Carlson,
until he stops doing these impressions of Hitler,
older generation,
acting like he's normal. Stop normalizing Hitler, people.
Make sure to
he's
click
fucking
the X.
Hitler.
Right. Absolutely.
I know it doesn't seem like it to you
thank
because
you,
you're
Necro.
not
We
the
like going
oppressed
in the
ones.
spaces.
You're not
And
the
I'll
ones he's
tell you that
after.
what is important
You're not
about
a
the spaces, I
Muslim.
think
You're
we
not
did
an
talk about this
Indian.
several
You're
times.
not
I
a
think we
Sheik.
talked
You're
about that on
not.
the show.
You know,
Is
listen
that
to the
reason
way
why
he
going into this-
talks.
'cause what you have to understand about those
And
Twitter spaces,
imagine
especially
it's
Mario's,
something that you
is
have,
all
like you're
the
left-handed,
Trump operatives
and he's
and all the
talking to
DeSantis
you like
operatives
you're
are
like
going in
that.
those
Then you
spaces
might
and trying out
understand.
their
You might
narrative.
understand it.
That's what they're doing is they're trying them out to see how they land.
Instead of
what does it
Muslim,
sound
put
like?
blue-eyed
What does this
in.
argument sound like? How does
Maybe
that
you'll
work?
understand
What
what
is
I'm
it?
talking
What is it?
about.
And
Just
last
take any
night,
of his
even
conversations
Matt
and put
Gaetz
that
was
kind of shit
listening
in
to the
there,
room
and you
at one
might
point.
get it.
Yeah.
Why it's a little
he's
frustrating for other
Speaking
people.
of which, Matt
when
Gaetz
you normalize this bullshit.
He now has a little probe. Who knows if he likes it? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Whoa,
Sure.
a little probe?
It seems like the ethics committee is.
Oh, Matt,
looking.
yes, Matt Gaetz
soft
has now
probe,
got
not a
a
hard probe, soft
Yes, he's
probe.
got a little probe,
I don't know.
little probe going.
Well, he might be in the soft, he might be in the hard. Who knows? One guy that
probe.
got probed in this documents case is Walt Nada.
Walt Nada has now been
How do you say
convicted.
his last name?
Nada? I think
Nada.
Nada. Like a naughty ball.
Okay, so
Naughty
what are we talking
boy.
about?
Innocent guy.
Yeah,
I'm innocent. I said I'm innocent. Normally that works with Melania,
So he's an aide to the president.
partly because I
Oh,
sometimes.
please stop.